EXCLUSIV. Blake Lively reveals this grandma hobby sparked her design obsession. Most design lovers know exactly when and what inspired their love for interiors. Whether it was watching movies with stunning sets or visiting a beautifully preserved estate during a trip, both professionals in and admirers of the design industry can typically recall exactly what sparked their interest. For her part, actress Blake Lively first fell in love with decor as a child after spending hours in flea markets. Now that love of vintage and antiques is reflected in her own home design. When Lively isn't creating new mocktail and cocktail flavors for Betty Buzz and Betty Booze, or participating in a press tour for her latest movie, she's known to low-key moonlight as an interior designer, she wrote in an Instagram caption back in 2023. And while this was a lighthearted joke, the mom of four does, in fact, decorate her own interiors. Lively has only ever shared glimpses into her New York home via social media posts from both her and her husband, Ryan Reynolds. However, she recently told House Beautiful that her favorite pieces inside are ones she's found on resale and vintage sites like eBay and Cherish. More from House Beautiful tour this off-the-grid cabin in Bovina Center. Lively has her mom to thank for her ability and desire to find hidden treasures, thanks to frequent trips to the Rose Bowl flea market before it was hipster, where her mom encouraged her to roam the aisles by herself and try to make deals with the vendors. "I was a kid, I was 10, the actress says, laughing. "That was really cool and empowering. And we're so different too with kids these days." She assures that she was safe doing it, and it's what sparked her love of treasure hunting, so she can't really complain. Though she can't pinpoint her absolute favorite vintage piece in her home, she did reveal that she collects old wedding clutches from sites like eBay and Etsy. "There are a lot of antique ones you can find, and they're really cool," she adds. "They'll have like a cake topper or pearls, or someone's veil or pins. It's almost like what a terrarium does with plants." These special, romantic moments captured in a glass container tell a story the way all vintage items do. So it makes sense why an antique lover like Lively would be drawn to such meaningful objects. Once a tight-knit trio often spotted at football games and industry events, Taylor Swift, Blake Lively, and Travis Kelce now find themselves in an unexpected media storm. The catalyst? A high-profile legal dispute between Lively and It Ends With Us director Justin Baldoni, and a leaked text that pulled Swift uncomfortably into the spotlight. The legal dispute between Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni's Wayfarer Studios is intensifying ahead of the scheduled March 2026 trial. Though the case stems from behind-the-scenes disagreements during the 2024 film release, it has made wider headlines for implicating Taylor Swift, who was briefly subpoenaed before the order was ultimately dropped. Despite never setting foot on set or having creative input, Swift's close friendship with Lively made her a potential witness, with the court granting Baldoni's team access to text messages between the two. These developments have reportedly upset Swift, and by extension, Travis Kelce, her high-profile boyfriend, who has faced increased attention due to the situation. At the center of the controversy is a leaked message from Blake Lively to Baldoni, referencing Swift. "Greater than, if you ever get around to watching Game of Thrones, you'll appreciate that I'm Khaleesi, and like her, I happen to have a few dragons, because my dragons also protect those I fight for. So really, we all benefit from those gorgeous monsters of mine. You will too, I can promise you." According to insiders, Swift was uncomfortable with the implication that she was being used as a form of influence. One source told Page Six, "She really dislikes that Blake would even think like that, let alone write it in a message." The fallout has reportedly strained Swift's relationships, including with NFL star Travis Kelce. With cameras frequently capturing Swift, Lively, and Kelce together at major public events, including NFL games and the Super Bowl. The change in dynamic has put Kelce in a challenging position. Taylor would never see herself as Blake's dragon or protector, another insider claimed. She's hurt that Blake used her name in that context, especially when the friendship wasn't even like that. As the trial approaches and private communications continue to draw scrutiny from legal teams and the public, the once-adored bond between Lively, Swift, and their inner circle, including Kels, now appears to be under serious strain. He's not kidding. Few casts have reunited as often as this one. What the world sees as a reunion is likely just them hanging out as real-life friends. As fans continue hoping for a third film, here's a look at what the Sisterhood cast has been doing over the past 2 decades. Alexis Bledel, Lena Caligaris. Lena, the artistic romantic, was brought to life by Bledel. She reprised the role in The Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants 2, 2008. Already known for playing Rory Gilmore in Gilmore Girls, 2000 to 2007, Bledel later starred in Postgrad, 2009, The Conspirator, 2010, and Jenny's Wedding, 2015. She earned an Emmy in 2017 for her role as Emily Malik in The Handmaid's Tale, 2017 to 2021, and had a notable arc on Mad Men, 2012, where she met future husband Vincent Kartheiser. They married in 2014 and welcomed a son in 2015. The couple divorced in 2022. America Ferrera, Carmen Lowell. Ferrera portrayed Carmen, a fiercely loyal friend dealing with her parents' divorce. After Sisterhood, she headlined Ugly Betty, 2006 to 2010, earning both Emmy and Golden Globe Awards. She continued to thrive on television, Superstore, DreamWorks Dragons, and in film, including voicing Astrid in the How to Train Your Dragon franchise, and earning an Oscar nomination for her performance in Barbie, 2023. Ferrera has published a book and has remained closely bonded with her Sisterhood co-stars. "We've been a part of each other's lives in really meaningful ways," she told EW in 2013. Blake Lively, Bridget Vreeland. Lively played Bridget, the athletic and energetic spirit of the group. After Sisterhood, she became a household name on Gossip Girl, 2007 to 2012, and showcased her versatility in films like The Town, 2010, and The Shallows, 2015. She also directed Taylor Swift's 2021 music video, I Bet You Think About Me, and shares 4 children with husband Ryan Reynolds. In 2024, Lively became involved in a legal conflict related to her work on It Ends With Us. Her Sisterhood co-stars released a public statement in her support, saying, "As Blake's friends and sisters for over 20 years, we stand with her in solidarity." Amber Tamblyn, Tibby Rollins. Tamblyn brought attitude and heart to Tibby, the rebellious filmmaker of the group. Already a TV veteran from General Hospital and Joan of Arcadia, Tamblyn later appeared in The Grudge 2, House, and 2.5 Men. She became a prominent voice in the cultural conversation, co-founding the Time's Up movement and publishing several books. Tamblyn has been married to actor David Cross since 2012, and they have 1 daughter. Bradley Whitford, Al Lowell. Whitford portrayed Carmen's father, and is perhaps best known for The West Wing, for which he won an Emmy. He's also earned acclaim in Get Out, The Handmaid's Tale, and more recently, The Diplomat, 2025. Nancy Travis, Lydia Rodman. As Carmen's stepmother Lydia, Travis brought grace to a tricky role. She's a TV staple thanks to Last Man Standing, and recently appeared on Shifting Gears, 2025. She called her Sisterhood experience a warm one. Rachel Ticotin, Christina Lowell. Ticotin played Carmen's mom and brought her gravitas from Total Recall and Con Air to the role. Her TV work includes Lost, Law and Order, Le, NCIS, and more. Jenna Boyd, Bailey Graffman. Boyd was just 12 when she played Bailey, who shares a deep emotional bond with Tibby. She later starred in Atypical, 2017 to 2021. and made headlines in 2020 for speaking openly about her personal values on social media. Mike Vogel, Eric Richman. Vogel played Eric, Bridget's soccer coach. He's gone on to star in a wide range of projects, including Cloverfield, The Help, and Under the Dome. Kyle Schmid, Paul Rodman. Schmid, who played Carmen's stepbrother, now leads NCIS Origins 2024 present and continues to work across TV and film. Michael Rady, Costas Downes. Rady portrayed Lena's love interest, Costas. Since then, he's starred in Munar Yael, Chicago Med, and multiple Hallmark films. In a 2017 interview, he said he'd be proud to return for a third Sisterhood movie. 2 decades later, the legacy of the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants endures, not just for its story of friendship, but for the real bonds it fostered behind the scenes. Whether or not we get a third film, the magic of those pants continues to bring audiences and the cast together.